Welcome back to CBS Saturday Morning. The humanitarian crisis in Ukraine has put the spotlight on alleged racism. The concern, immigrants from Africa and other people of color who've called Ukraine home. Now, as millions flee the war-torn nation, there are accusations of discrimination towards these refugees. In this country, it's gotten the attention of the NAACP and the Urban League. They've written to the president of the EU, calling for fair and humane treatment for all.
From virtually day one of the war, reports of discrimination at the Ukraine border began to surface.
Mostly they would consider white people first, Indian people, Arabic people, before black people.
We went to the train station and they will not let us in. And when they did let us in, they were like, you have to give us money because this is not for free for you because you are foreign. This is not free for you.
On social media, some wrote it off as Russian propaganda. Ukraine's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dmytro Kuleba, tweeted this video March 2nd, stating an emergency hotline had been established specifically for African, Asian, and other students wishing to leave Ukraine.
I just feel deep sadness.
Historian Kimberly St. Julian Varnon has been studying race, foreign policy, and Russia for years and called Ukraine home back in 2013.
When I initially saw the videos, I was just like, not again. It's one of those things where if you are a person of color and you work in Eastern Europe and you research Eastern Europe, racism isn't new. I mean, the racial discrimination is not new, but to see it on display and being exacerbated by war, it was just really heart-wrenching.
Especially, she says, when considering Syrian refugees who in December sought help at the Poland-Belarus border with little to no success.
So I try to point out this crisis we saw in December because it is very much the same situation of people fleeing a war and needing protection and care, but they're not getting that.
Mm-hmm. What is the difference and why is there a difference?
I think the key difference is race and ethnicity. I mean, and we've seen it in reporting and how people have said this, but also like the Bulgarian prime minister saying, these aren't the refugees we're used to. These are educated refugees.
While social media has helped expose racial discrimination, St. Julian Varnon says it has also been used by Russia to spread disinformation.
They use these videos of these African students and these Indian students talking about racism and their experiences of racism, and they're using it to undermine the Ukrainian war effort.
Students from Africa and other countries make up a small population, but as St. Julian Varnon explained, it's not okay for people to be discriminated against in this way. She is in touch with several students who made it to Hungary and tells me that many of them, now considered third country nationals, have been told that they have to move to another country or go back home within 30 days. I think, I've gotten a lot of messages from different people about this story. I'm glad that we were able to highlight it. A lot of people talking about it on social media. But it also brings into perspective the importance of not just recognizing this typical, this specific humanitarian crisis, but there's others, other refugee crises, Syria, Afghanistan, right, South Sudan, Myanmar. And we need to remember that ongoing as a country, as a world.
And learn from this moment. Again, it's important to show it,
yeah,
to tell people this is going on.